E-commerce is a way of doing business using online, internet, where you can still sell your product and advertise your product using internet.
Physical store, it has a bunch of products and it's very hard to get access to each and every product.
Kigali is a land of fertile investment in agribusiness.
Kigali has been a busy city, and for that it has created a lot of employment and a lot of opportunities for young entrepreneurs as well as the big entrepreneurs.
Welcome back to another episode of Living in Kigali. As always, my name is Murungi Sarah. In today's episode, we will be talking about all the necessary tools that are needed for you to take your business from whatever it looks like right now to digitizing it. So we'll be talking about the tools that you can have for free. So stay tuned and enjoy the show.
Welcome yet again to another edition of Living in Kigali. My name is Chris Vick and I'm your host. Now today we're going to be looking at how cooperatives can be or can leverage the different opportunities that are put in place by e-commerce platforms. How can they raise their sales and marketing with help from e-commerce platforms? That is why today we're going to be talking to the CEO of Kaplaki Crafts Village. It is an e-commerce platform that started off as a physical market. Well, it still does have a physical market, but of course, due to the new normal, the e-commerce platform had to come in handy.
Before the pandemic, we had like 2 or 4 companies doing e-commerce, but now we have more than 62 platforms that are selling and advertising online. And before we were counting a few businesses, like maybe like 300 selling online, but now we have more than 1,000 businesses selling online. So this is something that is bringing we are learning, people are learning to use the e-commerce because it's the way out to, to survive in this pandemic.
Talk to us about Kaplaki Crafts Village. In the layman's language, how would you briefly describe Kaplaki Crafts Village?
Actually, Kaplaki Craft Village is a marketplace that put together different sellers, artists, producers of arts and craft, and different made in Rwanda products.
Wow. So, where did the name Kaplaki, one would wonder, come from?
Actually, Kaplaki started in 1997 as a cooperative with the aim to make the best market that put together each and every craft and all the sellers to come and give what they have to the people who love arts.
Shoraweze is a crowd farming. It is a crowd farming. We are dealing in farming, agribusiness farming. We came up with this idea after realizing on how people keep with their money and their money is not accumulating. They have money in their account, they are not getting any profit. And also we came back here in Rwanda, we looked on our local people, they have land, but they are not exploiting the land simply because they don't have financial support. Thus, with us, Shoraweze, we decided to create a platform whereby we engage diasporas in investing in our lands in Africa. I mean, in Rwanda and in Africa in general.
Now, considering the whole COVID-19 pandemic, there's a lot of problems that have risen, more problems than one, right? But also, it's very important, very imperative for us to realize that there are also other opportunities that have risen from that. For instance, the whole aspect of e-commerce and digitizing our businesses, as well as globalization at that. Now, What are some of the opportunities that are availed for entrepreneurs here in Kigali so that they can leverage this new wave of e-commerce and digitizing our businesses?
So for this one, I will talk about WhatsApp business. This is a way of doing your business online by using your WhatsApp, your normal WhatsApp application that you have. So this is an application where you can order and receive your product using WhatsApp.
So the opportunities which are available online is the big number of people. The big number of people who are searching through. Like for us, for example, for us, we get 22K visitors on our platform, which is
Per day or maybe per week?
month. Per month. We get 22 per month. And per day, we get almost 1,000, which is impossible to happen in a physical store. They can't even fit in. But on an e-commerce like this, 1,000 people, they can shop at the same time. And they can access your products.
We have a mobile app called Mappa, which is a mobile app application where you can subscribe and you can create your own application without coding or without using any sort of high-tech tools.
Right.
So I'm talking about the physical Kaplaki Craft Village, and now we're looking at an e-commerce platform. Take us through the whole transition. How did you guys, who are used to sculpting wooden art pieces or metallic or whatever form or material they could be, how did you guys now think of an application, and who did you look to help you with setting up that e-commerce platform that would definitely work out for you?
Actually, and as an artist, when you're at home making your crafts, trying to come up with something
Creative.
When it comes to an e-commerce, it becomes easy because I can immediately where I'm crafting my stuff and then upload them online, and then it goes everywhere to everyone. And I'm easily going to access the wide market. So such things, it's made us believe that we can come up with an e-commerce to access a very big market that we can't get in a physical store.
Diasporas, they have been with many challenges whereby sometimes they invest in their families and they are cheated, disappointed. So, the situation now, apparently, I can say technology is simplifying everything. So we put our programs in a digital way, whereby we explain what we do via digital system. So in explaining with diasporas, we go to the farmlands, we show them what we are doing. We have some recommendations of the people that we have signed with them contracts. Even some markets we have already can entice the diasporas to invest in our programs.
Well, the opportunities brought about by digitizing your businesses are endless, but there are a lot of hindrances in place that prevent entrepreneurs from digitizing their businesses. For instance, there's digital connectivity issues. There's the fact that people don't have the necessary skill sets to take their businesses online. Not everyone knows how to code. So what are some of the challenges that entrepreneurs are facing while trying to digitize their businesses?
Well, apart from the coding, it's the adoption. So entrepreneurs are finding it very hard to adopt the ICT because a few of them, they don't know how to use ICT, they don't know how it works. And for that, for example, these micro and small businesses, they feel like they're not part of the ICT world. Yet they are. Everyone deserves the development. Everyone deserves to expand their market bigger. And for that, you have to take your business online. So basically, the adoption was one of the challenges. That is why we are putting more efforts in trainings and different incentives that is going to motivate them to be online so that they can also tackle the challenges.
Actually, one of the challenges are different artists and sellers. We need to reach out to them and teach them about the use of internet and the use of e-commerce they get the equipment needed, like a computer, a smartphone, so that they can be able to open a store online. That's first challenge. And one of the challenges we had was like to deliver. At first, the first challenge we hosted a website and we made an e-commerce, and we wasn't ready because we couldn't also believe that it's gonna happen. But once we registered it, we started receiving different orders. So we had to be able to start delivering immediately without the things in ready. So that was the challenge, but now we are starting to solve it.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
quite interesting.
As the situation of pandemic nowadays, as you can see in general, here in Kigali, we've been in a lockdown whereby our activities has been affected, I would say, in some percentage, like 40%, simply because getting permissions check in our farms has not been easy because of transportation, it has been closed. And also it has affected our investors because communication is not smoothly well delivered since we have been in these challenges.
All this, we are trying to also play a role in the development of the country. And as we all know, the ICT and the innovation is the key to the development of a country. So that is why we are trying to help and like giving a hand to MSMEs, businesses, so that they can also grow as the country is growing. As for instance, we've seen COVID. COVID has played a really, really big impact to the losses of different companies that have really got declines in their revenues and everything. So we are trying to give them that opportunity so that even if there comes another wave similar to COVID, they can still operate. That is why we are trying to bring them online so that we can give them a hand. And even if we are in lockdown or they cannot do businesses physically, they can still operate online. And
Actually, I would like to encourage everybody, like every artist, every craftsman, to be online, to be visible online, because there is a big number of people who are going live, who are going online each and every day, and it's growing even in our country, even outside the country. So once you have physical space where you do your stuff, it's really much better if you also add the value to your stuff by creating an online presence.
If someone can believe in investing in gaming, in investing in these sports and whatever, how about investing in our agriculture, which is visible, whereby you plant and you are assured of what you are planting? For example, for us, we have contracts with insurances companies, we have banks we are dealing in with, and we sign contracts with our local farmers. So to another extent, our products where we are dealing in, they are products that are with ready market.
no matter how small you are or no matter how big you are, you need online, you need internet to survive in this world. Because we would love to see more people expanding their businesses. And for that matter, you need to go online. You might be maybe not having a lot of money to create your own website, but we have existing platforms that we can help you to sell on those existing platforms. We can help you create your own mobile application, and we can also be giving you trainings of how you can sell and buy online.
You heard it straight from the horse's mouth. There is a lot that you can gain by having an e-commerce platform or having an online presence, literally. In this new normal with the COVID-19 pandemic, you who has a physical marketplace could gain a lot online. My name is Chris Vick, and this is Living in Kigali. Hope you learned something from today's episode, and I'll definitely catch you next time.